everybody. Hope we're all good. Hello. Oh, it doesn't want to find it again. Why are you like this? Why do you not like FF? Final Fantasy is a game! Did you know that? There you go. There we go. Gosh, no idea why it's like that. I have so many game capture things in here. I really need to, like, just empty this out. Not a thing to do here. Right. Thought it was a clothing designer sim. Right. I know. Looking for game. Look harder. Wow. Hi, Growlithe. I bought a really nice bookshelf, but alas, it does not fit at the stairs. No! Pivot, pivot. Oh boy. Well then, let's put that to one side for now. I see. Not now, but you might want to take a look at the new video on Outlines from Rage Gaming. Fair enough. I kept meaning to be like, oh, I'm gonna watch, because I haven't watched any of their content for several months, unsurprisingly, because there hasn't been any Monster Hunter stuff. When Wilds came out and the beta finished, I was like, I should watch them play through the beta to see what they thought about it. And see any of the stuff that I probably missed that they probably noticed because they're always very thorough. And then I just haven't. I just haven't. Right, when the dust settles. So let me look at, just quickly, FFXIV MSQ. Where we're going, we don't need words. Just looking at the name of the quests. So we are on When the Dust Settles, and we have 4 quests left. So this quest literally finishes off this, like, section. And then we are on the last section, which only has 3 quests. And then we're in Endwalker. Which means we got a lot of cutscenes to watch today. Standing around here worrying is not going to help matters. Come, we must discuss the day's events with Pippin and her grace. Brave Scions! Oh. Speak of. Would that I would treat you to a hero's welcome. I bear urgent news from the frontistery? Jesus. Whatever is the matter? As our trips withdrew from Pagthaland, they came upon the 2 scouts sent from a nearby tower. I have yet to hear the full account, but it seems that one of them, your friend, has been wounded and been dragged away by the other. Oh no. I must go, forgive me, your grace. No! That's his friend! Tell us also of Varenvold's condition, your grace, the wounded scout. Naught save that it is grave. The corrosions tend to him even as we speak. Uh-oh. The infirmary must be inundated. I do know the word inundated. I don't know why I stumbled over reading that. Inundated with the wounded. If all of us go, we'll only get underfoot. Ex-Serestinian, would you mind going after Alpha? No, he may need some support from someone other than me. Very well. He thought about that for a while, didn't he? He was probably sitting there going, why are you not going? Thank you. The rest of us will see that relevant people know what took place in Pakathalan. Come then. Slightly skewed again, because when I'm looking at the screen, I'm like looking off to the side a bit. Yeah. Where is it we need to go? Near the Alchemist Guild, just off the Merchant Strip. I'm just gonna pop there. Wait, I can't because of how cities work. This isn't Guild Wars. I can't just port to any of them by clicking on them on the map. Alchemists. Estinian's just around the corner. Hi, bud. You brooding still? I don't know how he feels, but hand-wringing isn't going to help anyone. You better have a word. Harsh but true. Hi. Instead of standing there gawping, why don't you tell your friend to stop whining like an underfed dog? Oh, poor Alfie. Another one come to see the lad in silver armour. Master Dimilua is attending to him as we speak. If you would be so kind as to wait. What did the master say? Tell me his exact words. This isn't helping. You're panicking. I know. I would be the same. I would be the same. We said our farewells to Arenvold. I was afraid that something like this might happen, but now that it has, all we can do is wait.
Fordola, have you been waiting here all this time?
Maybe. What's it to you?
We have done what we can. The rest is up to him.
May we see him?
I do not think that wise. You must let him sleep.
Oof. Oof.
Thank you for bringing him back. He owes you his life. I just wish I had been there.
Oh,
Perhaps, I don't know. Perhaps I could have...
she's gonna hit him, isn't she? Okay, I suppose that's better.
Got tempered? Don't flatter yourself. You can't save everyone. No one can. Not even the warrior of bloody light.
She's right. She's right. I'm glad she didn't hit him at least.
People die all the time, for no good reason. And those who take up the sword die quicker than most. If you're going to shed a tear every time a soldier falls on the battlefield, you'd best stay away. It's no place for the weak of heart.
This is big Tala energy. This is the kind of stuff that Tala says.
It may be that victory cannot be won without cost. But all life is precious, and I refuse to shrug at its loss.
Aww.
All life is precious! Oh, you need to grow up, little man. Before your sparkling ideals get everyone killed.
You're right. He is idealistic. But the world has more than its fair share of realists, like you and me. It's people like him who dare to dream that things could be better and make it happen against all the odds. They are the ones whose names live on forever. The heroes.
The battlefield's littered with would-be heroes. At this rate, you'll lot will be next. And what'll become of your precious dreams then? They'll be gone. Like dust on the wind.
Dreams worth fighting for don't die so easily.
That's true. True words, man. She'll come round one day. She's been done dirty her whole life. Speaking of done dirty, I don't know why I've only just realised how mucky my desk mat's getting. I might have to get a new one, because this isn't a thing that you can very easily wash. Anyway. I know, there's nothing more I can do here. Come, let us rejoin the others. Grace invites the Signs of the Seventh Dawn to join her at the Fragrant Chamber. Comrades have already arrived. Will all three of you be joining them? We will. Exchanges looks. I love Estinian and Exa. I love their relationship together.
Your Grace, pray forgive us our lateness.
Think not of that. I understand a close comrade of yours was wounded in the line of duty. Arenvold. It was at the Alliance's behest that he risked all, and we are grieved to hear of his condition. Rest assured, he will receive the finest care our chirurgeons can provide. On that you have my word.
Aww.
Now,
is it enough?
We would share with you the findings of the mission.
Right, yeah, that important bit as well that we're now going to talk about.
Pippin, pray relate to our guests the details of Fordola's account.
Exposition.
First Bahamut, now Ifrit. Or Lunar Ifrit, as Fandaniel would doubtless have it.
'Tis now all but certain that the towers were conceived to facilitate the summoning of primals by those imprisoned within. Less certain is the means by which the Telophoroi constrain the wills of said entities to enact their designs in defiance of the pleas of their victims.
Mayhap they do not. If mere proximity to the towers is enough to make loyal servants of the Empire's mortal enemies, it stands to reason that the same is true for those held captive.
That makes sense.
They invoke their gods for the good of Garlemald, and in their disturbed state of mind, summon a primal whose form reflects their own alteration.
It all begins to make sense. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the towers bear a striking resemblance to a much larger structure which Urianger and I observed from afar during our visit to the Imperial capital. Assuming it too is capable of tempering those in its immediate vicinity, it would go some way to explain the swiftness with which the Telophoroi managed to rally so many Imperials to their cause.
While the situation in Garlemald is indeed troubling, I fear we have more immediate concerns. Ifrit was not the only primal summoned. At approximately the same time, observers at several other towers bore witness to the emergence of further such entities.
Oh no.
For a blessing, none appear to wield aught approaching the destructive power of Bahamut, and the Grand Companies are moving to deal with the threat even as we speak.
You need only tell me where they are.
Though we are aware that the task will not be easy, we would call upon the Scions only as a last resort. Pray, conserve your strength for now. After all, it was not so very long ago that you rid us of Bahamut. On which note, I am pleased to report that our talks with the Amalja have reached an agreeable conclusion.
Oh, good.
They have pledged their full support to our cause.
That's something.
It is our hope that this historic agreement will encourage other tribes to join us at the negotiating table. And I know that I speak for all of the Allied leaders when I say that we will welcome them with open arms at such time as they do. Of course, this was only made possible by the feats of heroism performed at Pagltharn. Moreover, we shall not allow the sacrifices of those fallen in battle to have been made in vain. As hope leads to victory, shall victory lead to a new dawn for Eorzea.
May these words ever be our guide, Your Grace.
Now, if you will forgive me, I must consult with the Syndicate on the matter of our new allies' integration. Till next we meet, my friends, I bid you safe travels and blessed respite.
Well then. Because this is the end of the patch, it is going to be a case of like, we'll only call on you when we need you, and then the next patch, we need you. Right then, unless anyone has objections, I think it's about time we return to the Rising Stones. That includes you, Alphino. Arenvold is in good hands. Of course, you would doubtless mock me for pacing around the infirmary. let's retire then, that we might regain our strength and readiness for the coming challenges. If all are in agreement, then I shall let Kryl know to expect us. A hot bath and hearty meal should be beyond arranging with the time available. Oh. It would be good to be home. I have some thinking to do. I'll try asking him, and thank you, I shall look forward to it. Our comrades eagerly await our return, and Kryl in particular has a few matters she's keen to discuss, one of which concerns you, Estinian, believe it or not. You will join us, won't you? Everyone turns to look at him. Fine. Really? I thought you said you were avoiding that Blade Scion woman. If I refused, she would only pursue me. Let's get this over with, shall we? I'm saving those Aetherite tickets because I may soon have to go to and fro from somewhere more expensive.
Welcome back. I expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however, I would beg a moment of your time. Thanks to Arenvold's selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers. But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings, and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald. Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophoroi's stated aim. Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation, I move that we petition the aid of Sharlayan.
It is possible the ancient knowledge preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Sharlayan's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Sharlayan's most shameful act since the Exodus. But were the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
I trust we are all of the same mind on this matter. Urgent as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary, and have since received their blessing.
Yay.
I presume your role as a student of Baldessian will carry some weight with the Forum?
I completely mispronounced that word earlier.
One can but hope. If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val. But the name does still retain some degree of prestige. I only pray it will be enough. If there are no objections, I shall depart for Sharlayan at once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay. After hearing what transpired in the first, I began to question the true nature of Heidelin's blessing.
A topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
We were wondering, when was the last time Hydaelyn spoke to you directly?
A long time. End of Dragonsun War in the Crystarium, I guess, was actually, yeah.
When Elidibus sought to make warriors of light, that was the voice which calls constantly to all who might hear it. I spoke of direct communication, when Hydaelyn communed solely with you. A far rarer occurrence.
Has it really been since Heaven's
Hydaelyn
Ward?
is able to awaken the echo in her chosen, convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light.
Has it really been since Heaven's Ward? I hadn't even noticed.
To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
Might not the explanation for that lie with her choice of champion? Mayhap she is content to trust in her judgment.
Been messaged.
Mayhap she is. But following my initial discussion with Kryl, I made inquiries of my own. And as far as I am able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known to anyone.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reen. But that was not the will of Hydaelyn. It was Minfilia herself.
Indeed. And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Minfilia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
I wonder, could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Urianger's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether. Then again, who am I to say? The fact is, we simply don't know. But if the explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Sharlayan, and their research on the Ethereal Sea in particular. Resolved though I am to go, believe me when I say that I take no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now of all times. Estinian, we stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star. One in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number. And so I must ask you again, will you join us?
Come on, Estinian, you know you want to. Come join your bestie. The puppy eyes.
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are idealistic to a fault. But I know you would never turn your back on those in need.
Oh.
Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing. I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo, you inspired them to stand up and fight. To win, no less. And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit their memory, your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams would be too heavy for most to bear. But you bear it willingly, as you have shown me. Some dreams are too important to let go. If you have need of my strength, it's yours. After all you've done, how could I refuse?
Yay!
Thank you, Estinian.
Oh.
Whatever challenges await us, I shall not falter. You have my word.
And now, I may bid you farewell. Safe in the knowledge that all is as it should be. In this little corner of the world, at least.
You will be sorely missed. Tread warily in Sharlayan, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics. A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
This man be like, I'm a realist, I see the world for what it is. Also, this man be like, I paid 10,000 gil for some string to tie my hair back. No, that's not Estinian's vibe. He wouldn't spend money like that. Especially because I don't think he would have money like that.
I shall do my very best.
He doesn't tie his hair back. Bye, Cryo. We'll see you soon, I'm sure. Meanwhile... My, how many weapons you have! And none of them quite suit you, I imagine.
Well... Does this one meet with your approval?
No.
Apparently not. Or... could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
I'm sorry, but that stance. You do kind of look like you're a child having a tantrum when you stand like that.
You are unwise to remind me of so costly a failure. It will not affect our plans, I trust.
Oh, hardly at all. Though, admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance. Oh, but the seeds have been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken. Speaking of preparations, is it safe to assume that you will be ready to control you-know-what?
The hour draws nigh. This nation, forged for Ascian ends, will finally prove its worth.
A mighty empire, now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction. What a pleasure it will be to put it to use.
It's interesting seeing Crystarian blades here.
Which brings me back to our earlier topic. My lord, while I appreciate that it is not an easy decision, it really is past time you chose your weapon.
He's so short. I recognise that. I believe that's one of the early tome weapons. And I recognise that, but I don't know where from. That might be in Ifrit lands.
There is one that I have been meaning to test.
Well, not quite what I was expecting. Though I will say, it does seem rather apt.
I know what the weapon is because I've seen the cutscene. Not this cutscene. The new weapon for the new expansion. You don't get to see it here because it wasn't implemented. But it's literally in the trailer for the new expansion that I get to see every week when I launch this game. It looks like I'm going to be busy for a few moons, not that they ever seem to be anything but. Thancred's got me dispatching troops to every corner of the realm, which is not to say I don't trust the Alliance, because I do, but when it comes to putting down primals, nobody does it better than us. This is true. Well, then you, lot more accurately. You won't catch me trading blows with the primal in the near future, but for every fell feed you vanquish, there's countless meals to arrange, baths to fill, sheets to wash, and stores to replenish, the list goes on. Which is where I come in, and gladly, mind you, it's the least I can do to support the scions who risk life and limb, like poor Arenvold. I wish there was something we could do for him, but we have to settle for saying the odd prayer and keeping a roof over our heads. It wouldn't do to have him come back in complete shambles, now would it? That's enough of my rambling. Off you go to get some rest. And if there are any developments, I promise you'll be the first to know. Right, and now we are starting the last patch. Ah, he's so sad looking. Why you cry? You're looking well. I take it you managed to squeeze in some rest? Yes. If you came hoping for tidings from Kryl, I'm afraid we're still waiting, but we do have some odd scraps of news to share. Scraps, she says. Lunar primals have been popping up all over the place, and the Alliance has the situation well in hand, thanks in no smart to Hoary Balder and the others. Meanwhile, with the Beast tribes going even better than expected, encouraged by Uldar's progress with the Amalja, Gridania has opened up negations with the Ixal, believe it or not. Ooh! Birds! All of which is obviously very encouraging, but with the Telophoroi still out there, it is not as if we can afford to lower our guard. Begging your pardon, but I come with an invitation from the Alliance. Council meeting is due to be held in Alamigo and your attendance is humbly requested. We were just talking about the Alliance. May I ask what is on the agenda? I believe the intention is to share news of recent developments and discuss what measures might be taken to combat the Telophoroi, in concert with our new allies. The Beast Tribes have also been invited. I just hope they will join us as we fight against our common foe. So the Alliance would bring all of the Beast Tribes into fold at a single stroke, an ambitious plan, but given the delicacy of the negotiations, mayhap an expedient one considering the threat we face. Indeed, my lady, and for their part, I'm told the Beast Tribes have agreed to attend. If the Scions too are present, all of Eorzea will be represented. Yeah. Excuse me. To arrange such a meeting must have been quite an undertaking, not only diplomatically, but practically. Pray inform the Alliance that we would be honoured to participate. We shall make for Alamigo without delay. Then I will bear your answer thither with all haste. We look forward to receiving you at the Royal Palace. Now we've accepted the invitation, who is going to attend? I move that you and your stroller lead our contingent. Given how long you have worked to end summoning, it is only right that you present what promises to be an historic moment. I think we've all played our part in that little endeavour, don't you, Exa? present may rightly claim a seat, I do agree, but by your leave, I believe I shall remain here and lend what assistance I can do to the coordination of our defensive efforts. I'm not coming either. Aymeric will be there, and I'd rather not be interrogated. Sure. Very well then. While those with mind hold the fort get on with holding it, I suggest the rest of us make for Alamigo, shall we? Enjoy that little riff while we still have it, because soon we will not. Well, some few guests have yet to arrive. The Alliance leaders are all present. Shall I show you in? The Sylph! Oh my goodness, they all did turn up. Look at them all.
Esteemed guests, you honor us with your presence. As there is much to discuss, let us begin.
Information on our taken brethren you have, yes? Hear it we would!
It's the one with the green feathers. And he's the red-feathered one.
Ah! Beyond forgiveness these featherless ones are! With rivers of blood shall they pay. Freed our people must be!
We too would see your kin liberated. But ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
If all else fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
Uh-huh.
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
Think for a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwyb truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
Y'Stola spoke of defenders. I but offered a means to clear a path, should you require it.
Given the enemy's capabilities, we will all need to play our part if we are to have any chance of success. For if any here should give less than their best, it will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
You should get the crew together and grind some mounts out. I love her, she's the best girl. Yeah. I mean, you could put the offer out tonight, because I don't believe we have D&D tonight. So, there's a couple of free people about.
A paragon, the Empire, our very gods. How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
I was going to see if people wanted a game tonight, maybe.
But our strengths are many and varied. In this chamber, I see masters of strategy, masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea. And together, there is nothing in creation we cannot overcome.
rather disagreeable, isn't he?
I beg your pardon?
Amaric is still the best. Uh-huh. I beg your pardon.
What is it, Soulwalker? Do you not express your passion thus?
No.
A little pretty will outgive, perhaps? Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted amongst Eorzea's finest. We, Sahagin, will play our part.
This VA had a lot of fun.
We kobolds have not forgotten the crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future, as allies united in purpose.
Make mock of the Ixal the Paragon does! Turns kin into puppets! Pits brother against brother! Free them from his grasp, we shall!
As Patriarch Zadar will attest, the Scions have granted us a means to free your brethren from their thraldom. This boon we will gladly share, that your people might never be enslaved again.
We accept! We accept!
Praise be!
He's so big! I forgot how big the Ixal are. I love the Ixal, they're great because they birds.
It's taken a while, but I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that Minfilia were here to see it.
Aww.
We still have a long way to go, and we're going to need a lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right direction.
If I may have your attention, there is one other point I would like to raise. As we can all agree, freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern. But experience has taught us that none save those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. And even once inside, a still greater threat may yet await them, that which we call a primal. Needless to say, if we are to succeed, engaging with such foes can only ever be considered a last resort. And so I move that we seek to prevent them from being summoned in the first place.
Okay.
Yes! Both prayer and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
Indeed. And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends. Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
So the towers have to be drawing it from somewhere.
A promising proposal. While you are conducting your investigations, however, we will need to remain vigilant, lest the Telophoroi commit further abductions and summon primals ere we have the means to prevent them. To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
We, Amalja, would have been overwhelmed were it not for our newfound allies. But say the word, and we shall come.
I see we are all in accord. But what are we to call this proud fellowship of ours? I submit that the honor of naming it should go to the scion whose brave efforts have done so much to unite Eorzea. What say you, my friend?
Ooh. Ooh. Grand Company of Eorzea. We could call it, one moment, please. I'm gonna go for this one. I've just been like, because I can never come up with names of things.
Might I suggest the Grand Company of Eorzea?
There you go.
I remember a certain someone pondering it once upon a time, and it seems as fitting a name as any.
A fine choice, for there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
Right. So that was something that Alphino suggested that I forgot about because I've been on and off playing this game for a while.
Aye, in that we shall ever be united.
United in our gratitude for the realm that gave us life.
Then let it be recorded that on this day, the Grand Company of Eorzea was born.
Aww, they were happy tears. Okay.
How long have we dreamed of this moment? And now that it's here, Oh, forgive me. Might we speak outside?
Now that we are out of earshot of the other delegates, I hope I will forgive me if I speak my mind. Let me begin by saying that I have dreamed of this day since the moment I set foot upon these shores, that I was heartened to see anyone to see the peoples of Eorzea pledge their solidarity. Yet even as they uttered their declarations, all I could think was the conflict to come, of the sacrifices that would be made and the lives lost, inevitabilities that I will struggle to accept. Bitch, I just want to fish, all assholes keep dragging me into this shit. Wow, cool, wow. At least now there is hope. The formation of the Grand Company of Eorzea is the first step, the first of many. Many and more. Elder Seed's here, how might we be of service? I seek Master Alphino's assistance in a matter involving Gridania's neighbours, the Sylphs. Oh? I know you and yours have long kept a weather eye upon the crystal trade, the better to predict the coming of primals, and so you'll be familiar with the Sylphs of the Ashcrown Consortium. Through their dealings, they have cultivated relations not only with the city-states, but with many other communities besides. Communities such as the Beast Tribes. Just so, it is our hope that we make use of the Sylphs' established lines of communication to coordinate the efforts of our new fellowship. Yet there remain certain practical differences between the Trade Consortium and the Grand Company. If the Sylphs are to perform their tasks effectively, they will require the counsel of one versed in the operational aspects of an armed force. An armed force founded with the self-same goal in mind, no less. Crystal Braves, yes. Forgive me, Master Alphino. I know that it is a painful chapter in life, but the experience may yet serve the realm. In my hubris, I plotted a course for the Crystal Braves which stretched far beyond the Order's initial conception. One intended to pave the way for the founding of what I intended to call the Grand Company of Eorzea. My plans came to naught, built upon a frail foundry of lofty ideals. The Order was doomed from the first to collapse under the weight of more worldly interests, and I have no wish to see this new endeavour suffer the same fate. Perhaps I ask too much of you. Not at all, you may count upon my assistance for little it is worth. By your leave, I shall prepare a report, including a list of recommendations drawing on the lessons I learnt from the failures of the Crystal Braves. This is why I like the new expansion, let someone else get dragged into the shit for a change. The Warrior of Light deserves a holiday. You have my gratitude, Master Alphino, and my trust. When your report is ready, please share it directly with the Sylphs. With your guidance and the earnest efforts of every goodly soul gathered here this day, I have no doubt that our fellowship shall emerge from the shadow of the Telofra and flourish. Until next we meet, my friends. Before committing to anything to writing, there are a number of people whose thoughts I would like to hear. Former Braves, you understand? Might you join me in seeking them out? As if you ever have to ask. course I will help, Alfie. Someone who witnessed the Order's rise and fall of yours will be a reassuring presence. I'll join you if you're planning to canvass the opinions of your former comrades. It will be a lot quicker if we share the task of questioning them. Then mayhap Graha can lend us a hand as well. I shall accompany Thancred back to the Rising Stones. Between us, I dare say we could be able to provide an accurate enough account of the day's events. We should be glad of your company, Graha. I shall explain the details on the way. Okay. I really need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Wah. What's the plan, brother of mine? If we're discussing the task at hand, you should admit the report I proposed is largely written. Not long after the fateful day will die, I penned a detailed account of the organisation's history, from the events that led to inception to the failings that brought about its demise. This I did primarily as a means of taking some semblance of responsibility. Never did I imagine that it might later be referred to by those seeking to form a familiar organisation. Similar. While I've made every attempt to be objective, the account was mine alone. Its events reviewed from my singular perspective. For it to be of use, however, it must be broadened to encompass the viewpoints of all involved. Only then can it answer what seems to me the crucial question, namely, why? After the Crystal Braves disbanded, did some of the members choose to remain with us while others did not? I see. You think the answer will tell us something about the nature of the ties that bind our new grand company together? This knowledge might help us prevent it from falling apart when those bonds are inevitably tested. That's a fair point. That is my hope, yes, but the questions I would ask are uncomfortable to those as former commander of the Crystal Braves. I doubt those who abandoned the cause would welcome my inquiries. Then Graha and I must... Something just fell. Then Graha and I will just have to try. Meanwhile, the two of us can talk to the ones who kept the faith. Fine suggestion. Have care, however. Certain of my former comrades are a questionable character, so keep your wits about you and let us reconvene in Gridania later on. If you have no objections, I don't mind to begin speaking with Riol and Alian. If memory serves, the two of them will be attending an intelligence briefing at Castrum Oriens. Let's seek them out there. Why is this green? On completing them, you receive the Neophyte's Ring, which increases XP earned by 30% until level 60. That's a useful thing to have. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well then, that's something new that got added. I just noticed it was green in the bottom corner. Don't mind me, I'm going to turn up with a massive bird. Well, look who it is, and what brings you two here? Wouldn't have anything to do with the big meeting, would it? In a matter of speaking, I've been assigned a task, you see, for which I require the assistance of former members of the Crystal Braves. Exposition. So you want to know why we decided to stick to the Scions, eh? Well, ain't an easy thing to put in words, that. As Riol will attest, I spent some time agonising over my failure to alert you to the traitors in our midst. For my negligence, I was captured along with many others. We were powerless to prevent the tragedies that ensued. Not a day goes by that I do not think back to those fateful events. By joining the Scions, I hope to redeem myself, and I will continue to serve the cause for as long as I am able. But that wasn't my only reason. When we were finally reunited in the Rising Stones, you refused to blame anyone but yourself for the fall of the Crystal Braves. And in spite of everything that had happened, everything you had suffered, you took us back without a moment's hesitation. We would not have blamed you had you turned us away, but when you gave us your trust instead, what else could we do but try to repay it? Nothing, that's what. As for my own tale, well, I always felt the Scions had something in common with my old crew. The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. That was our creed, and I still strive to live by that to this day. But as time goes on, I've learned that strength comes in many shapes and sizes. From Hoary Boulder to Mistress Tataru, we've all got something to offer. And not one of us doing it for our own personal gain, because we believe there's more important things than that. Things worth protecting, which is what being a scion is all about. Aw, how very noble. I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, my friends. To hear this from you means more than you know. Forgive me, Exer, could you? Why do you think the Crystal Braves ended in failure? Well, it's founding ideals was something to be proud of, but ideals alone won't make a crew. For every swab who's signed with good intentions, there's another who's only in it for the coin, the glory, or both. Ours was a desperate band, and while I never forgive Ilberd, the fact that we managed to function at all was in large part thanks to his efforts. Just a pity he was doing it for all the wrong reasons, eh? Only takes one bad apple, they say, and the Braves had a barrel full of them. It's not like the Scions. We might look like a right-eye bag of misfits, but deep down we've all got that shared sense of purpose. And why? Because Tataru sifted out all the glory. Hunters before they made it through the door. Ah, there was more to that sentence. I see. So while our ranks comprise a diverse range of people, each with their own individual strengths, we are all united in purpose. Thank you, my friends. With your permission, I shall make a record of our discussion and refer to it when drafting my recommendations until we meet again. I think we've taken enough of our colleagues' time, and I'm conscious that less life-affirming testimonies await. Let's make our way to Gridania and hear what the others have learned. Bye. We're going to Gridania? That's fine by me. I should swing by Newland. So I am here. Oh boy. Too many of these. Too many of these. Need to get rid of them, really. Hi, Das. Fiend Totem. Heaven's Ward Fragment. Okay. Crafting. Crafting. Throw away some of this stuff at some point. Thank you. Stuff for later. Hi, Das. Doing okay? Actually. Okay. As good as can be, which right now is pretty good. Hey, we love that. Fantastic to hear, bud. Thanks to Tattery's ever dependable intelligence, we managed to track down a handful of the Braves without any great difficulty. Some were forthright, others less so, but we heard enough to form a picture. I must warn you, Alpha, some of their comments were harsh. I can well imagine, but their opinions are no less vital to my report. I seek the unvarnished truth. Thank you. I will set about adding your findings to my own at once. In the meantime, pray go on ahead to Little Solace and ask about Elder Frixo. I will join you. No. It's been a while since we've been to see these little guys. I am right next door to that. I don't need to teleport to it. Jesus, talk about blinding light in the darkness. Jesus. Hello. I haven't been here in forever. Welcome, Brave One and friends of Brave One. How good it is to see you walking once again so soon after the meeting. It's been a while since we last spoke. Should this one perform the customary dance for greeting? It's been a while. Indeed it has. The place was very, very pretty. The meeting was far too noisy for this one. So many shouting ones and squawking ones and cheering ones with no chance for carefree conversation. Still, this one is pleased all ones can be friends. Horned one Kenny Sama said that walking ones would come to little solace. Imperial ones also invaded Sylphans and abducted many of these ones, so these ones will be glad to bear messages between fighting friendly ones. That's heartening to hear, Elder. It will require all ones to work in unison to stop the Telophoroi. These ones will try very hard, of course, but in matters of war, these ones have little experience. Any advice walking ones can provide would be most welcome. Oh, another pretty silver-haired one, and in quite a hurry, it seems. Oh. Please, you must win quickly. Oh god, what's happened now? Whatever's the matter, Alphino? Don't tell me you couldn't read my handwriting. What? No! A twin adult officer has accosted me. I was about to set out. Shalane has sent an envoy who is due to arrive in Gridania any moment. Hey, yo. An envoy? Could it be that Cryola's message managed to sway the forum? We should know soon enough, but there is more. The envoy has requested that two of us attend the audience with the Elder Seedseer. Really? Can't see why they might want science to be present, but us specifically? Wait, it isn't who I think it is. It is. I could scarce believe it myself, but when I inquired to the envoy's identity, I was told it was one Fortunal Leveilleur. Uh-huh. Your father. Well, no, the fact that a serving member of the Forum had journeyed here would be surprise enough, but him? Oh, God, it's my dad. Right, I glean from this that they are taking the matter seriously. It's my dad. My dad. And maybe, but why him and not one of the other 98 Forum members? Unless he volunteered for it. It's been some time since you last saw your father, was it not? Could it be that he's concerned with your well-being? Somehow I doubt it. Perhaps, but he's always been reluctant to discuss his work with us. Indeed, whenever he writes to our parents, it's invariably our mother who replies. Mood. Nevertheless, I welcome the opportunity to meet him after so long, even if it's secondary to his true purpose here. FFXIV, loath I am to cut our visit short, we must return to Gridania. Pay accept my apologies along with my report. Never mind, there will be time to talk later. This one won't keep walking ones from more urgent matters. Go! The audience will be held at the Lotus stand where the Elder Seed Seer awaits even now. Let us be on our way. Welp. Back again. Oh, the sun's coming up. Dangerous. This conversation's going to be awful, isn't it? I love this area. It's so pretty. Vibes are immaculate. Thank you for coming so swiftly. Word of Master Fortunal's visit took us quite surprised when the Alliance granted Mistress Kryle's permission to request Cylian aid. We did not anticipate such a prompt reply, much less that it would be delivered by a member of the Forum. What's the matter the reply may be, we shall soon discover.
Elder Seedseer, I thank you for granting me this audience.
Well then.
I am Fortunal Leveilleur, here in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fortuno, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
I'm sorry, but his name sounds like a car. I'm just saying, he sounds like a car. Hi, Dad.
It has been too long, Father. You look well.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourselves.
How is Mother?
She misses you terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health. Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louisoix, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the Primals. Were it not for him, our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement. He was a great man.
Mm-hmm.
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene.
Good, so I'm sure you're here bearing very good news.
And my position remains unchanged.
Yeah.
To chart the course of history, not to change it. I am familiar with the Sharlayan stance.
It is more than that. It is our way of life. Who we are. But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request. Sharlayan will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the Garlean Empire.
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this decision? The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
Just drinking some water. I can feel like there's a little bit of dust or something in my throat, and I feel like if I'm going to end up having a coughing fit soon. It does not wish to go away.
The final days. Pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald. One in which Sharlayan will take no part. If the final days were truly upon us, we would know.
I know that the lighting is just because of the time of day, because this cutscene could just as easily happen at night, but it really is fitting that he's in the shadows here, whereas she's in the light.
Father, you must ask the Forum to reconsider. You may feel safe on your little island across the waves, but if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphino is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye. If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
I thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders. It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Sharlayan. I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline. But I see now that Eorzea has made fools of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure? For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war. Death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice? It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy. By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear.
To ignore the plight of those who might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. That look of, and who the fuck are you?
Shares your misguided ideals. But unlike her, you should know better.
And who are you supposed to be, bitch?
By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy.
The fuck are you? The fuck are you? I asked first and I asked second.
Alphino, Alize, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur.
He just straight up disowned them? Fuck. I just want to talk to him. I can be trusted and supervised. Mood. Mood. Exa be like, cool, well, I tried talking, cracks knuckles.
To live your lives is no longer my concern. If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in your way.
I tried talking, I did my best. I paced after this scene. Brah.
Master Fortuneau, while Sharlayan may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends. Will you not stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Sharlayan's hopes for the morrow?
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
I knew this would end awfully.
Father! Wait! Don't bother, Alize!
It's not worth it.
Stand there and watch him walk away. How can you let this happen?
Arguing with one another's not going to fix anything. Fun fact, he voices the first major boss in Elden Ring that people meet, so you could beat the shit out of him in Elden Ring. It was so necessary. Understandable. Understandable. Spook is home and I need to talk to him, so I am going to be back. But I might run on a little longer today, so that we can get this section done. Okay, we're back. Speaking to Spook and also hastily sorting out some food for him. He's gonna have an early night because he's tired. Put some rice in the rice cooker to cook while he showers. And now this. So that's what he came here to say. That we're all fools and having the determination to defend ourselves against the Telophoroi. As for the rest. Like it or not, this was the Forum's decision, to watch from afar while Eorzea burns. Father was but the messenger, and as he handed down their judgment, I could think of nothing but to say I could possibly sway him. I still can't. Also, I hope you're still there. To have prolonged the discussion would have changed little, for it is not only Master Fortuno who must be persuaded, but the Forum as a whole. The decision was made ere your father crossed the sea. It's true. Nor is it like to be changed, and so we shall face the Telophoroi without their aid. Forgive me, but if they have no intention of helping us, then why should they go to the trouble of sending an envoy in the first place? Why do they not simply keep their counsel as they want to do? Your phone's ringing. Exa, has Master Fortuno arrived yet? No, he's been and gone. Then it's as I feared, my efforts were in vain. I pleaded our case to as many foreign members as I could, but they flatly refused to discuss the matter. No, that's not exactly true. I should rather say that they ignored every word I said on the subject without exception. It was most unnerving. Could it be they are hiding something from us? That might go some way to explain Master Fortuno's performance. When he said they would know the final days were truly upon us, I dismissed it as pride, but if they genuinely believe they know how the world will end and simply disagree with us about the circumstances? That I don't know, but something tells me that they are not as concerned about the Telophoroi as they claim. If the threat weren't real, why else would they be so standoffish and secretive? Yes, it's like it's going too far the other way, isn't it? There is no war in Ba Sing Se. I would very much like to delve deeper into this, but I'm afraid I've exhausted every avenue of inquiry, nor have I fared any better with my other mission, reaching Hydaelyn in the Ethereal Sea. I tried enlisting the help of experts in the field, but it appears the Forum has forbidden anyone from cooperating with us. Also suspicious. Obstructed at every turn. So it would seem, but don't lose heart just yet. With all the knowledge and acquaintances we have between us, we can still find a way forward. To that end, I would like you all to join me here. When the time is right, of course. I'm aware that matters in Eorzea stand on a knife edge, but with your permission, I can at least start making the necessary arrangements. I've always wanted to visit Sharlayan. No, Exa doesn't. Please do. Why would I want to go and meet a bunch of nerds? Obviously, keeping Telophoroi at bay may take precedence, but with luck, you'll be able to make the journey to Sharlayan ere long. It may take a while to secure you all entry, but let you know anything is in order. Look after yourselves in the meantime, won't you? Speculations give me cause to hope, yet if these seeds will bear fruit, I cannot say. While it is possible the Sharlayans hide some secret truth from us, there can be no certainty that its exposure will prompt in them a change of heart. So for the present, we must needs confront the plight in which we find ourselves. The Forum has refused our request for aid, and it falls to us to contend with the Telophoroi. Even with all Eorzea standing united, there's no guarantee we will prevail. What does Sharlayan intend to do if we fail? Hello, pirate. One more quest! Death until dawn! And I'm sure a very normal length cinematic. While Sharlayan's stance is indeed disappointing, we cannot allow ourselves to be distracted from the challenge before us. There is much and more to be done. This quest is long. Well, I figured that the, I just said to Spook that the quest is gonna, this stream was gonna run long, which is why I went and talked to him and sorted out his food. Just don't be surprised if I leave for a few minutes to help him dish it up. But yeah, Spook's going to have an early night, so I can stream for longer, because we also don't have the ED. I shall give my sharing the forum's response to my counterparts in the Alliance. Meanwhile, I would ask that the Scions... Grave tidings, walking ones. Grave tidings. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Calm yourself, my gentle friend. What has occurred? These ones who since went to see feathered ones send news. Terrible news. Destroying ones have appeared in Zelfatol. Destroying ones, captured ones, and even frightful godly ones. Feathered ones didn't stand a chance and were sent flapping and squawking. No, my birds! When did this happen? Is it too late to help them? Too late, yes, much too late, but luckily destroying ones were only passing through and contained on west. Feathered ones who did not fight were left unharmed. West, that would be Kurthus. Estinian's ears prick up. My lady, the East Guardians report that the Telophorai have emerged from the East Highlands of Kurthus and are marching at speed. Their purpose is yet to be determined. The Cartano Flats would seem like the most likely destination. Lord Aymeric has already dispatched his forces and requests our immediate support. Tell him he shall have it. The time has come for the Grand Company of Eorzea to prove its worth. Mayhap it is a mercy we do not have time to stew upon our misfortunes. Come, my friends, let us make haste to Cartano. Wait, this one almost forgot. Destroying ones was said to be led by a crackling robed one. This one must see all walking ones know. Farewell. Fan Daniel. Yep. Who else? It was only a matter of time before that grinning maniac showed himself again. I still have an airship ready to base Cartano. Please, pray see to your preparations and report to the landing with all haste. At once, my lady, let us away. Yeah, we're so close I'm going to see this through to the end. At this point. By the entrance. Oh. But why? Oh! Hello? Excellent. It seems Fodala has come all the way to Gridania to find us. I have explained the situation, but she insists her business is urgent. Fine, I'll have it over sooner if you shut up and come with me. Endwalker is the reason the Warrior of Light needs a vacation. Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware.
Arenvold! I can't tell you how good it is to see you.
Yeah, it's clicked, hasn't it, Alfie? It clicked for me right away.
It arrived a lot sooner than expected, eh? The day I craned my neck up at you.
Only because you're sitting down. Unless...
Alfie! Alfie, why do you choose the most horrendous moments to be so dense?
Afraid so. The Chirurgeons say I may never walk again.
Poor Alfie.
Come on, Alfino, it could be worse. Besides, I didn't come here to dampen the mood. Quite the opposite.
He's having the worst day.
All I've ever wanted was to fight for a cause I believe in. But my fighting days are over. So I want you to fight in my stead. Be the hero I can't.
I am no hero.
That's what they all say, though. No one ever calls themselves a hero. Even the ones who eat primals for breakfast. It's for others to decide.
He's got a point.
Look, Alfino. You already are a hero. To me and countless others. We see you doing your damnedest to protect us all. And you're not alone, are you? There are people who believe in you, just as you believe in them. I know what's at stake, and how many people are depending on you. But I believe in you. Believe that you'll see it through. That's why I'm entrusting my dreams to you. Like Albert and Owley once entrusted their dreams to me.
There was a time when I would have borne the weight of such expectations without a second thought. But now, I know just how heavy that burden can be. To tell the truth, I'm beginning to wonder if I chose the right path. Sacrifices will inevitably be made for the sake of the ideals I uphold. Maybe I am not the person I thought I was. The person you think I am.
Oh.
I wouldn't presume to tell you. But I will say this. In spite of everything, you've come this far.
Thought he was gonna say it's still you, and I was gonna cry. Despite everything, it's still you.
The road ahead might not always be clear, but you've never been one to give up or take the easy way out. And everything you do for others. For a brighter future. I'm proud to call you my friend. Well, I've said my piece, so I'll let you go. I know you've got more important things to be doing.
Aww.
Just give what I've said some thought, alright?
Aww.
I shall, my friend. And we will meet again soon, I promise.
Nothing left for me to do but wave and smile.
Oh, bud.
You've got a pretty narrow view of what it means to be a hero. Do you know that? You think they're all forged in the fires of battle? That it's all about being brave and killing villains? Alphino and the others will carry on their fight. But theirs isn't the only one. There are other ways you can make a difference. If you stop feeling sorry for yourself and put your bloody mind to it.
She's great. Thanks, Gore.
There's not much chance of me living the quiet life with you around, is there?
Don't bet on
If you're
it.
content to twiddle your thumbs thinking of what might have been, that's your lookout. Then I reckon you've got some fight left in you.
And I reckon you might be right. If there's a way I can still help my friends, I'll bloody well find it.
Oh boy. Is that a several cutscenes will play in sequence, I see? Tell me later what that was all about, but judging by the set of Alphino's joy, it appears to have done him some good. Ooh. Thancred and the others have already left the Rising Stones, and according to the communications officer, Amalja and Cobalt forces are bound for Chartano as we speak. They need to keep the promise they made in Alamigo, and we must do the same by saving as many of their tempered kin as possible. Anyway, the airship is ready to part. We should get going. Upon joining the battle at Carcino, several cutscenes will play in sequences. Recommended you set aside time for this. Okay. I'm gonna go see if Spook's food is done and help him with that. And you guys can go get a drink and get ready for whatever this is. For the third time today. I've been doing this a lot today. I will be right back. Hello! That was unfortunate timing, pirate. Okay. I have helped Spook with his food. Let us begin. Progress to the battle will be saved at certain points. In the event that you are defeated, you will try again from the most recent. That's good. Please note if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, your progress will be lost. So we have to do it in one sitting. I hope everyone is ready.
My fellow Scions, as I am sure you will have heard, we can expect no help from Sharlayan, nor are we any closer to discerning the Telophoroi's grand design.
Y'all cute. I wonder if I'll be cute. You're already cute. You might become cuter, but you're already cute.
And now, our adversary moves against us in unprecedented numbers, compelling us to answer in kind. The outlook, in short, is bleak. Yet though our foes are many, and we but few, we may still tip the balance in Eorzea's favor.
Of course. We will do what we always do. Deal with the ones our allies can't. A less than daunting prospect, judging by your expression. Could it be that you've dispelled your lingering doubts, Alphino?
Oh, I doubt I ever will. But as my friends have kindly reminded me, I have come this far, and that must count for something.
Yeah.
Gods be good, Alphino. That's what we've been trying to tell you all along.
Yeah, dingus.
For one so bright, you can be remarkably dim at times. There is such a thing as overthinking, you know.
Really?
Might I suggest that we continue this conversation after the battle? It would appear that Telophoroi have already arrived.
I'll do what I can to cure the Tempered, but they'll have to be incapacitated first.
Have care, my friends, for none can say wherefore our foe did choose this fateful field to be our battleground. Whatever may transpire, pray grant him not the pleasure of deterring you.
If this is the battle I think it is, I hated it. Oh, good. Thanks, Core. That bodes well. The Telophoroi is sleeping in Coscartano. As for the Ascian, we briefly sighted above the battlefield, but he's since vanished. He likely intends to watch events unfold from afar. Thus far, the movements of the Lunar Primals have proven difficult to predict. Even when poised to ambush the troops, they instead withdraw for some unknown reason. Whatever the Telophoroi's plan may be, their primals are our primary targets. Understood. They will not elude science for long.
Prepare yourself!
Let's give it our all!
Hold fast, friend.
This is probably the last we'll hear this music in the main story as well. show me if it's untempered with luck. Should have a chance. Make sure you guys are also following the dialogue because I'm like focusing too much on also keeping my moves up that I'm not necessarily reading it aloud. Friend! Lots of friends. I love the using my stance. As the signs spread out across the field, Elise and Graha... Ooh, oh! They're doing this again, are they? I love his glowing sword and shield. That's a different weapon for him. That's different. Yay, time to play Red Mage. I really do not like the here play as a completely different person mechanic. I can understand why. I'm indifferent towards it. I'm not like, oh my god, this is so cool, but I also don't hate it. I'm just like, okay, I'm doing this now.
Allow me.
Because I need to keep an eye on Graha's health. Since he is apparently tanking for me. Some heals on him, there you go. You can see the Porksies hovering around. Oh.
Just the beginning.
Oh, Jesus.
Right behind you.
Too soon. Oh. Oh, I need to be on the other side. Ouch. By this point, it's actually hard for most people to have not at least tried the other classes. Thankfully, they did minimize most of the skill list since it's not easy. You're right there, but like I said, I'm in passive. I get Core's opinion of not liking this, of like, no, I totally get why. Birds. Oh, fuck. What are you doing? Enjoying the chaos. Do you see that? The glyph? Yes. Should we be worried? Okay. I don't recognize that symbol, but it definitely... the diamond definitely makes me think of crystal. Listen well and judge for yourself, though I could see etherical currents. I had not thoroughly examined those that flow through the heart of Cartano, but now that I am here, things have become clear. Flats conceal an etheric confluence like the pillars of the Azim Steep, but in greater scale, far greater. Oh, they chose this place because there's a lot of ether here. The glyphs that Fandaniel has conjured reach into its very midst. And I believe I know their purpose. Should the Lunar Primals destroy them, it would spark a chain reaction with the potential to obliterate the confluence entirely. The resulting disruptant flow of the aether would sow chaos among the elements, prompting earthquakes, floods, and tempests large enough to lay waste to the realm. A calamity, in other words. That he would go so far cometh as a little surprise. We must need to protect the confluence at all costs. Uh-oh. Defeat Lunar Odin. Cool, fun. A Coati? Not the Coati, unfortunately. I would prefer that. Oh, I'm playing as Urianger? Oh no. This one, in my opinion, is the hardest. Yeah, because I'm playing a healer. Ah! Damage dealt, increase for weapon skill, cast time. Oof. Words. My eyes are unfocusing. Okay, so that I deal to the enemy, that I think I give to my allies. Heal. Self-heal and party. Causes a sign around the caster, reducing damage taken. Okay. Okay. Welp. Really a shame that you can't be like, tank, go pull. Am I supposed to interact with this? No, I'm not. I should go here and... oh my god, Thancred. Uh-oh.
I shall protect thee.
fuck? What the fuck? Over there.
Mitre.
May the 12 guide you.
Oh, thank grid. Should I be healing the confluence as well? Is that a thing I can do? Apparently it is. Good. That's important that I learnt that.
Away with you!
The best defense is a good defense.
I think that I got that just in time, or maybe the game was forgiving. It felt like I kind of didn't get it in time. Ugh. Ouch. Have regen. And the scroll. We're getting there, we're getting there. Okay. I feel like I had to concentrate so hard with that one. I've never fully understood the reasoning of why Odin represents darkness in Final Fantasy. Meanwhile, Graha and Elise prepare to lock swords with Ravana. Oh god, not Ravana. Oh, we playing as everybody? Yeah, no kidding when you said this was long. Okay, he's picked his staff up again. Ice, Thunder, Cure, Medica, and Break. That's important to remember. Pay attention to this one, his abilities. Oh, god damn it. Oh, fucking hell. break. Right, okay, that's why it has the symbol of a moth on it.
I have you now.
Cool, I already missed one. I already missed one. I didn't even see that. I was like, them there, them there, them there. I didn't even read what that said. I was like, yes, just... Oh, I gotta do Odin again? Oh no, good. Okay, there was some that I missed somewhere. I just straight up didn't see them. If you're relying on my ability to perceive, we're gonna be here a while. Okay, we good? Ah! I always disliked this guy. Nails? Oh, what now what? Oh, same again, is it? That didn't do anything. This is not fully working as much as I would hope it to. This one is so close. Thanks for the LB. So we didn't fail on the one that was considered bad, but we did fail on this one. There's that one. You stand shoulder to shoulder with Alfino and Estinian to lay Luna Ifrit low. Hey, me. Jesus, where the hell are we? Just use everything that we have, why not? We were in sync for a second there. Did you see that? That was cool. Oh, these goddamn nails.
You're finished!
Yeah, you got that one. Walk it off, you're fine. We're doing fine on this one. This one's just a fairly normal one of like, oh, I can deal with this. I just have to hit it. Okay, there's a lot. Go on then, Nistinian. The moment I looked at the health and I was like, nothing's happening. Cool.
I have you now.
Nice. Very nice, Estinian. Ouch. I can do that too, look. See?
I will not be outdone.
Yeah, let's go. Dragoons! Dragoons! Hello,
And
motherfucker.
thus another plan went up in smoke. I am beginning to see why Lord Xenos thinks so highly of you.
Dragoons fears, for we have the power of yeet. Yep.
Not that this changes anything, you understand. You have merely earned yourself a stay of execution.
Hmm. Oh.
Glory be to Garlemore.
You tried, Alfie. You tried.
How fare the tempered?
We've treated as many as we can, but some were beyond help.
Oh.
Do not hang your heads so, brave scions. Though not all of our captured brethren could be saved, we are grateful for those whose minds have been restored. You could do no more, and that is enough. So please hold your heads high.
Aww.
Should have been quicker, but I'll do better next time. Thank you for your kind words. They mean a lot.
It must be really hard for them to get their helmets on. Sorry, the intrusive thoughts.
A victory at great cost, but a victory nonetheless. We must stay strong and press on. Isn't that right?
One battle at a time.
That we will.
The moon! Ah! Here's the music to hype us up. This is fine. Yeah, it's fine. Not foreboding at all. No, not at all. Not at all. Bearing in mind that every week for pretty much the last year that I've been playing this game, when I load it up before stream, the intro screen with the moon and the trailer for Endwalker plays. So, you know, I'm sure that doesn't mean anything. That's some cool Thancred art. Yeah, this is fine. Nothing bad will happen ever. Nothing bad ever happens in Final Fantasy, guys. Oh, my child. Also, I will say that this portion here of playing the theme song playing, probably gonna get copyrighted, because they have a tendency to do that for the theme songs. Which is a shame. This artwork's cool though. She. Aww, the boy. Damn, we spent so long going through this expansion. It's actually crazy how many months we've spent just trickling away at it. Okay. If my game were real, she would have murdered me a few times already. And you're saying you would have deserved it. Let's not pretend. Let's not pretend. You would have deserved it. Damn. Right, I should probably let this run through so we can have the, like, we can get the end text from completing the quest. Damn. Yeah, this expansion was great. probably my second favourite expansion. Because I got Heaven's Ward bias. But yeah, this was really good. I'm looking forward to Endwalker because, you know, because when I got into FF, this was the new expansion. Like, I think I got into it as this came out. This was like the hype thing that everybody was getting excited for, and it had the free trial. So this was like the thing that people were excited for. And then obviously, I was an active player when Endwalker came out, so I was very aware of the hype surrounding it. A couple of you were ready for Endwalker. And then, of course, obviously Dawn Trail, I've been present. I've only been like partial. I've not really been fully present for Dawn Trail because I just had that disconnect of I know I'm not going to be playing it for months, and at the speed that I play, a year. So I just had that disconnect of like it's a thing that's happening that I'm not aware of. So it's just there. But with Endwalker, I was very aware of like people being excited for it, of like, you know, Jesse being hyped for it, and talking about stuff. Jesse like was doing like recap, you know, the recap video I believe for Endwalker and stuff, and you know, talking about, you know, like, you know, this is like a how long has it been? Is it 10 years? Like you know, the end of a 10-year story of like, oh my god, it's culminating in this and that and all of that, which, you know, was it's kind of hard not to be aware of this stuff when you exist in the space of like with Dawn Trail. I almost like intentionally kept myself detached from it because I was actively playing Final Fantasy at the time when Endwalker came out. It was like hard to be like completely detached from it. I've not really seen anything huge spoiler-wise, I don't think. Like, obviously I know about the Loporrits, but it's one of those things where after a certain amount of time you can't not know about them because the official Final Fantasy Twitter was just posting them. But you know, it's one of those things where I'm like, I consider knowing the existence of a rabbit race doesn't constitute a spoiler, you know. Aww, sweet bean. I love him. Yeah, just also like, you know, we go to the moon. That's not even really a spoiler anymore, because it's all over the freaking Endwalker marketing, which has been around for years. So it's like, if you don't know that, it's more a case, it's not that you haven't been spoiled, it's that you've been living under a rock. But yes, we get an emote when we hand in this quest as well. We get the one. I remember everybody doing the shush emote. I remember everybody doing the shush emote. So yeah. And we have all of Endwalker to go through. And then we have post-Endwalker. And then eventually we will get to Dawn Trail, which I don't technically own yet. But I don't need to own it because I've probably still got another 4 months of gameplay to get through. Let's be real. Like, yeah, when did I beat Stormblood? When did I beat Stormblood? That was in the summer, right? So yeah, it's easily going to take me another 3-4 months to get through Endwalker. So it's not even relevant. But man, it's good. It's good. It's a good game. And you know what's funny? I'm gonna go play Guild Wars next week. Because there's a new patch. So we perfectly finished the expansion to not play the next one. At least for a week or two. While we do the little bit of Guild Wars story. Because we got a new patch of stuff to do. This bastage. Yeah. Disagree, it's gonna be at least a year. I mean, yeah, if I'm gonna be dipping out to do Guild Wars stuff, then yeah, Which is why there's no point in me buying Dawn Trail. Which is why I didn't buy Dawn Trail when it came out. There is literally no point. And if anyone says, but what about leveling Viper? I haven't leveled Reaper, so... redundant. But anyway. It's good. It's good. Imagine, guys, can you imagine a future where we don't have main story to do in any MMO? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine an MMO Thursday where I'm not doing story because there is no story for me to do? Wouldn't that be wild? That legitimately feels like a year away. Would I even keep doing MMO Thursday? If I had no main story to do, would I even keep doing MMOs? I don't know. Because there's always content to do in MMOs. We know that. I don't know. What about leveling Paladin? Snooze. I guess that's probably what I would do. If I didn't have any story to do, I would finally get around to leveling up the other classes. They would just be like chill leveling streams. We'd be back in the just chatting with extra steps category again. I don't know. Maybe I'd go do something more productive with my time. Who's to say? Literally part of the reason that we had MMO Thursdays like added as a thing was because I was like, I'm never going to get to play these games because I'm just so busy and they require a lot of time. So I was like, I'm going to make it part of my schedule and stream them. Kind of funny, really. I don't know. It's again. It's probably not worth me stressing about thinking about it because, as we say, it's not an issue that's probably not going to come up for another year. Of what am I going to do when I finish playing all the MMOs? We'll go back to WoW after all these years. I'm done talking. Now that all of the artwork is finished, I was done. And now we hand it in. Maybe we can do something completely out of left field. Yeah, as I say, maybe we don't do MMOs. Maybe we just, MMO Thursday just stops and we do something else. Maybe I take Thursdays off. Wouldn't that be a wild thing to do? Do Dungeons and Guild Wars. Whoa, let's not get crazy now. I trust you all enjoyed a comfortable flight aboard the Pride of the Ishgardian fleet. Lest you worry, the Bonanza has been towed to a nearby location to be retrieved at your convenience. You've thought of everything, Lord Aymeric, and may I say how much I appreciated the hospitality you afforded us on the way home. Think nothing of it. Our destination lay in the same direction, and it afforded me the perfect opportunity to learn how errant my errant friend has been since he last took his leave. Aye, bud, you missed everything. It would seem you finally found a place to settle down. Humph. I knew he was going to say humph before even the dialogue popped up. I merely grew weary of wandering the Far East. We had an entire, thing with a bunch of dragons that lived there. It was wild. Dragoons only, though. You weren't invited. No girls allowed. Kind of thing. Returning to more serious matters, while the Telophoroi have been driven from Carxenotes, is like the bulk of their forces yet remain. On the evidence of the Grand Company of Eosia's first joint military operation, however, I'm confident that we have the potential to meet such threats head-on, even without the aid of you and yours. As such, while our forces keep the Telophoroi at bay, I would ask that you apply your talents to the task of neutralising the towers. A sensible division of labour. While the towers remain, so too will the threat of the lunar primals. Given our expertise in the field of aetherology, we are better qualified to find the solution. That we are, especially should it happen to lie beyond the Alliance's dominion. There's a time and place for formal investigations, of course, but certain secrets are want to hide where only enterprising individuals may venture. And of course, Thancred. I could not agree more. There are none better suited to this task, nor any upon whom I would rather rely. On behalf of the Alliance, I thank you. We look forward to receiving any information you are able to uncover. And with that, I must take my leave. Should you have any need of assistance, pray do not hesitate to ask. Fare you well, my friends. Bye. Confess I had hoped to be able to study the towers more closely, vital as they plainly are. Excuse me. To the Telophoroi's plans. If we can discern their ultimate function, we will be one step closer to understanding our enemy's grand scheme. Should we succeed in neutralising them, of course, it is all but certain that the Telophoroi will mount an all-out invasion. And then it will begin. The one who awaits at the heart of the chaos will come for us, and for you. Yet in the end, our true nemesis may be the calamity to end all calamities, the final days themselves. Yes, all right, Alphino. We need a plan, not portents. As Thancred so eloquently pointed out, we are in a position to seek information from all manner of places, not least Sharlayan. According to Kral, the Forum have been more secretive than ever of late. While this may be related to the appearance of the Telophoroi, that remains a matter of speculation. One thing is clear, the Forum is determined to keep us from discovering the truth. Master Fortuna's performance at the Lotus Stand was enough to convince me of that. Matter beareth further investigation, I do heartily concur. Nor can I think of a more promising place to look for answers we seek on the matter of the towers. Sharlayan hath ever been a wellspring of ethereal knowledge. I care not where we go. Here or there, my lance will be ready. Nice. What of you, XM? Might you be persuaded to join us? If it means I can have one with... Yep. An island of bookworms and bureaucrats, have we no other choice? Very exit answer, but this one. We're gonna have words. Only after I do. Oh, there's a queue. If he and his friends in the Forum think we'll leave them alone and they'll ignore us, they're in for a shock. Appears we're in agreement. We have but to wait for Kral to secure the necessary permissions. In the meantime, there is a matter I would investigate. Does it involve tall structures? By a strange coincidence, it does. At present, I have only a creeping suspicion, but with your help, I will find out whether my fears are warranted. Is this where we get a meanwhile? Oh, there you go. No. Shh. Quest complete. There it is. We have learnt the shush emote. Meanwhile. There he be, with his new weapon. We get to see it now.
Those Eorzeans certainly are a stubborn bunch. Though I suppose you knew that already. My plan to redirect the ether from Cartano came to a rather less than satisfactory conclusion. It was, in many respects, an abject failure.
I'm sure he appreciates you bringing it up.
Which does, of course, raise the question of where we are going to procure the requisite amount. The obvious solution would be to draw on resources a little closer to home, though that would require our dreamer to dream a trifle more deeply.
So be it. The dreamer will not complain.
Then let us begin the preparations at once. With the gateway of the gods complete, all that remains is to gather the necessary ether, and our prize shall be within reach.
The fuck? What the fuck?
The time has come to fulfill your heart's desire, my desire! To relieve those wretched creatures of their meaningless existence!
While I await you, I shall drink a sea of souls and gorge myself upon the darkened moon.
Yeah. That's
Then
ominous.
you shall come to me, all roiling rage and rancor. And the stars shall bear witness to our final contest.
What was that noise? Okay. Foreshadowing is a literary device. Must have been the wind. Oh, clearly. Clearly.
As I thought, the ethereal currents have been disturbed here too.
It was the same in Thanalan. Make that every location we surveyed.
Oh dear.
And the strength of each current has diminished dramatically, far more than could be attributed to a natural occurrence.
You're 12 shadowing.
What tidings bringest thou from Dravania?
We took a number of readings, and noticed that the closer we were to the tower, the lower the etheric density became. In short,
The towers are drawing upon the land's ether, which would explain how they were able to carry out the summonings.
That's bad.
Our allies must be informed of this. We should return to the Rising Stones and have Tataru relay our findings to them.
Hear me.
Oh.
Hear me.
Oh my.
Darkness comes. And with it, the end. The fate of the star is in your hands.
She's pretty. Inside thoughts.
Everything all right back there?
Thanks, Das. I appreciate the validation. You might even have to walk to the end. Oh, man. And there we go. And that's it. That is the end of Shadowbringers. Ugh. When next we are playing Final Fantasy, we will be in Endwalker, which isn't going to be next week because we're playing Guild Wars. Did Blue cry? Actually, I didn't. I didn't cry for this one. I don't think this ending was sad. Not yet, yeah. No, the crying comes in Endwalker, I know this. The crying comes in Endwalker. Yeah, I don't think the end of post Shadowbringers was sad. Next expansion, yes she will. Yes, I am aware that Endwalker is the expansion that makes people cry. I know this. Again, as I was explaining during the credits, you just know stuff when you exist in the FF space, and it's like, it's not even a spoiler, like, knowing the game's gonna be sad, it's like, wow, water's wet. So, as you know, it's not a spoiler to know stuff like that. But anyway, that was good. That was very good. I enjoyed that. But next week we're playing Guild Wars, because there's a new patch next week. So we're gonna be playing that. So yeah. Oh my god, Donuts is playing Spyro? Well, we gotta go raid Donuts then. Easy. Could you also send Kay some love today? Aw, is he not feeling that well? Absolutely. Does he want to play a game tonight, or is he not feeling well? Because we don't have D&D. Does he want to come play a game? I got a game we can all play together. He's at work. Oh. I'll send him lots of love. Yeah, also sorry about the weekend. Family stuff, and I think Spook has something he wants to do, so annoying. Some love would be appreciated. Sure thing. Okay. Sorry, I'm just setting up the raid. I will get to that in a minute when I'm doing the raid. Plus, if we all message him at once, that definitely looks a little disingenuous. Right, start raid. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Yeah. Is Kay gonna be back this evening, or is he working the night shift? Working till 10. Fair enough. We could potentially still play a game at 10. If he isn't too tired for it. I was gonna ask anyway, which Core can confirm. I said earlier in the stream of like, oh, we should play a game tonight, like as a group. But anyway, cool. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We're gonna go raid Donuts, who's playing Spyro, who is apparently reviewing Dragon Tales. So, yeah, I will see you tomorrow for... I don't know, actually. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, so tune in to find out. And Among Us in the evening. Yeah, I think that's everything. Okay. Love you all! Love you, Dan! Mwah! I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye!